Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1527, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. What country borders Sudan to the north? Egypt. The film Room 237 is a documentary about which horror film? The Shining. Who was the 35th President of the United States? John F. Kennedy. What is the name given to the largest number ever used in a mathematical proof? Graham's number. What was the first national park in the U.S.? Yellowstone National Park. Established on March 1, 1872, it is also widely recognized as the world's first national park. How many neighbors does Lesotho have? Only one. Who wrote the lyrics of the Christmas carol Silent Night? Joseph Moore. What Paul Newman film spawned the hit song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head? Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Which U.S. president had an electrical horse installed in the White House? Calvin Coolidge. Which of the following is not a typical watercolor paint hue? Green, white, blue, or yellow? White. Watercolor purists lighten their paint colors by adding more water, or just leave the paper blank when the artwork calls for white. HIV stands for what? Human immunodeficiency virus. In which movie did Humphrey Bogart play Charlie Allnut? African Queen. What H word means designing, displaying, and describing coats of arms and badges? Heraldry. What is made from chicle? Chewing gum. Which sea is located east of Sudan? Red Sea. What TV show takes place in the fictional city of Bedrock? The Flintstones. What series of laws passed by the British Parliament were meant to punish Massachusetts colonists after the Boston Tea Party? Answer. The Intolerable Acts was the American Patriots' term, the laws passed by the British Parliament in 1774 after the Boston Tea Party. The serial killer Peter Sutcliffe was also known as what? The Yorkshire Ripper. What year did the Chew comic series debut? 2009. What year was the World Wide Web launched in? 1991. What is Michael J. Fox's middle name? Andrew? What did Pocahontas change her name to after she converted to Christianity? Rebecca? Which type of nut is used to make Nutella? Hazelnut. In which city is the world-famous La Scala Opera House? Milan? What is the place where projectors are used to show the night sky? Planetarium. What year did Cher release the single Believe? 1999. What city is the home of the Liberty Bell? Ants, Philadelphia. What was the better-known name of the old 91-meter sprint race? 100 yards. What famous World War II general went into battle wearing two ivory-handled revolvers on his hips? Answer: General George Patton. What year was the first Academy Award awarded? 1929. What are the stars in traditional Cornish stargazy pie? Pilchard's eyes. The name of what ancient game is derived from the Hindu word for 25? Pachisi. What literary work inspired Bruce Springsteen's The Ghost of Tom Joad song? The Grapes of Wrath. What composer founded the Barking Pumpkin record label? Frank Zappa. What is the only U.S. state with a Spanish motto? Montana. Where will you find the lacrimal bone? Face. In Old World Europe, which holiday used to be celebrated on April 1st? New Year's Day. Pope Gregory XIII ordered the implementation of the Gregorian calendar in 1582, which changed it to January 1st. What is the world's largest plateau? Tibetan Plateau. What are the tiny air sacs in the lungs called? Alveoli. The Dreamcatcher was invented by which Native America group? Ojibwe. Which U.S. state is home to the Odessa crater? Texas. In season 14 of the TV show Big Brother, what two competitors did Ashley date while in the house? Ian and Frank. Who were the two prominent female propaganda broadcasters for the Nazis? Berlin Betty and Axis Sally. On the internet, what does Yahoo stand for? Yet another hierarchical organized oracle. In which French city would you find the Pont Neuf Bridge? Paris. Who invented the microscope? Zacharias Janssen. Whose debut solo album was entitled Schizophonic? Jerry Halliwell's. What is a tightrope walker called? Funambulist. Which items are melting in Salvador Dali's painting, The Persistence of Memory? Watches. Who was the first person to attach an eraser to the end of a pencil? Hyman Lipman. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.